What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and today I have another Platinum Trophy video for you guys. Today I'm going to be getting the Platinum Trophy in Tom Clancy's H.A.W.X 2 on the PlayStation 3. Now, the last trophy that I do have to get is Peripheral Vision, which is to fly faster than Mach 2 for 60 minutes in story mode. You would think that you could get this trophy pretty easily, but there is a little caveat to this one and the assistance turned off trophy, and that is that you cannot get these in chapter select, so you have to get them as you're playing through the campaign. If you don't get them, then you do have to create a new save, but that's not really the end of the world because you can get it at the end of the game and as your last trophy, just like I did. If you guys are interested in doing this game, the servers are still up, so I would hop on it sooner rather than later. If you do go on to enjoy the video, be sure to give it a like. Let me know your thoughts on the game down in the comments below, and consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification to stay up to date on all of my new uploads. Anyway, with all of that being said, let's get right into this video. I do live stream my Platinum Trophies and various other things over on Twitch, so if you want to follow me, there's a link for that down in the description below. So for the two 60-minute trophies that are tied to the campaign, the first one being the No Assist trophy. That one's pretty simple to get. All you have to do is double tap R2, and you can fly around anywhere for an hour, and that will get you that trophy. As for this trophy right here, flying faster than Mach 2, the first place that you can start working for this is actually in Chapter 2. You're going to be given this plane, and you're going to have to do some sort of training, and you just have to not do the training. And what I did was I flew from corner to corner of the map so that you could get the longest distance, because you do need to be going faster than 2,450 kilometers an hour. And if you can see right below my webcam on the left there, I'm doing 2,450, like 2 to 53. So basically this plane barely does Mach 2. So it takes a really long time for it to get up to Mach 2 when you turn around and you start going the other direction, which you'll see. But it is going to take a decent amount of time. I'm not sure exactly how long. I believe I was doing this for maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours total in order to get it, because you're not going to be doing it consistently for an hour, kind of like you were doing in H.A.W.X 1. And since you need to do this in the campaign and you can't do it through chapter select, you have to actually use the planes that they give you, and you just can't use whatever planes you want to use. So I would try to focus on this when you're playing through and knock it out in your first playthrough, but if you don't, then you can always play back through on a different profile or make a different save, and you can get it at the end. As for the rest of the trophies, they're pretty simple. Playing through the game on the hardest difficulty and everything, especially if you're playing with another person, is very, very simple to do. And the multiplayer trophies in regards to the first game are extremely easy. The leveling up is extremely easy. And this game does have plane masteries, which are kind of interesting. You will have to think about it a little bit, but all in all, they're really not that difficult. Now, I do say that the leveling and the masteries is easy because there is a method that you can use, which I think it's like the 8th or 9th chapter or something like that. It's all over the internet. There's a chapter that you can do where you basically destroy a bunch of ground forces, and then when you destroy a lot of them, but not all of them, you can just crash your plane, start the checkpoint over, and then you can continuously do this until you have all of your points, because the game is going to save everything when you're doing it. You don't have to like reach a checkpoint for it to save. That's another thing about this distance trophy, is if you're turning around on the map and you accidentally fly out of the zone and you can't get back in before the timer reaches 0, and you have to restart the checkpoint, it will hold on to the time that you've been flying above Mach 2 or without your assistance. Same thing with points. Any points that you get, it will save those points regardless of if you hit a checkpoint or you don't hit a checkpoint. So you can easily farm those kills in order to get XP to master planes and to get to the max level. I believe by the time Brian and I were done playing through the campaign and doing all of the online and everything, we were in the low to mid 20s. And for this game, I believe you need to get to level 30. Don't take my word for that. It's either 30 or 40. Whatever it is, we were in like the lower 20s or lower 30s. We weren't that far off from finishing up the grind, and by the time that you master 15 planes, you are going to basically reach that max level. You'll reach the max level before you master the 15 planes because of the amount of XP and everything that you have to get for the planes. And the planes do vary. Some will take like 2,000 to 3,000 XP, some will take 3,000 to 4,000, some will take 4,000 to 5,000, some will take 6,000. So you can kind of pick which planes you want to use, but there's only certain planes that make that farming method really easy because you need a good air to ground missile. I believe I forget the exact missile that you want to use, but there's one missile that is really good, and once you get into the groove, you'll start to knock it out, and you can basically master a plane in like 15 to 20 minutes. The only thing that sucks is when you want to switch to a different plane, you have to basically fully restart the mission all over again, and you have to play the first part of the mission, which is to destroy the plants. So it is a little bit annoying, and you do waste a little bit of time doing that, but all in all, that grind was a lot easier and more, bearable and enjoyable than this was, which was literally just flying back and forth and praying that you were reaching Mach 2 and doing a countdown. When I was doing times, I think I was getting about 1.5 to 2 minutes of Mach 2 for each corner to corner. So if you do the math there, you can kind of figure out, but you rarely reach Mach 2 when you play through the game, just because you're always in dogfights and stuff like that. So anyway, we should be getting the trophy here in a second, hopefully. So there it is, Peripheral Vision, and then we will get this Platinum Trophy Top Gun. That gets done both H.A.W.X 1 and H.A.W.X 2 for me, but anyway, with all of that being said, let's take a look at this list. So here it is, 100% with a platinum, no DLC or anything. And as you're looking through the list here, you're going to see that there are trophies for beating certain missions, not for beating all of the missions, or you won't get a trophy for each mission that you beat, just specific ones. Beating the entire game, beating it on the hardest difficulty, a few random trophies, a bunch of masteries, online stuff. The thing that's really cool about the game is they have a little like triangle in the upper left-hand corner of the trophy image, and that actually dictates what the trophy is. So blue is like campaign, I believe red is survival, orange is online or something, and yellow is like grinding, and green is level. It's something like that. I don't know, don't take my word on it, but when you're looking through, you can see that each of those colors corresponds to like a different thing that the game's offering. So I do like that because it makes it really easy to figure out like what's actually online trophies and stuff like that. Anyway, here's a profile, trophy level 576, 89%. I've got 14,343 total trophies. Got 9,639 bronze, 3,215 silver, 1,259 gold, 230 platinums. Like I said, 14,343 total trophies if you're into that numbers kind of stuff. And then again, here's the platinum trophy itself, Top Gun. So like I said, this does get H.A.W.X 1 and H.A.W.X 2 both done for me. Quite a grind, and it was years in the making, but they were enjoyable nonetheless. I will say, after playing both of them, H.A.W.X 1 performance-wise runs a lot better than H.A.W.X 2, but I do like the UI better in H.A.W.X 2. One thing about H.A.W.X 2 that just irritates the absolute hell out of me is the AI. The dogfighting in this game is really, really bad, especially when you're trying to play the survival missions. It's really, really bad. The AI can just like stop their plane and turn on a dime, and like they defy the laws of physics and gravity and everything. It's honestly impressive how bad the AI is, but like how good they are at not following basic physics is really, really interesting. But anyway, let's talk about some numbers here. So if I had to rate this platinum out of 10, actually time it takes to get the platinum, if you're doing the well, I guess you have to do the multiplayer, there's no if. So doing the multiplayer, playing through the campaign, if you're going to be doing the campaign with another player and you can kind of focus on the 260-minute trophies, you're probably talking like 30 to 40 hours to get this done. The online's really not that bad. The grinding for the masteries and stuff really isn't that bad. So I'd say probably 30 to 40 hours. 40 is probably more on the generous side. So we'll say around 40 hours, but you can definitely get it done faster than that if you know exactly what you're doing. Difficulty out of 10. If you're playing with another person, I'm going to give this like a 5 out of 10. If you're playing it by yourself and doing the survival mode and stuff by yourself, I'm going to give this like a 7 out of 10 because again, the AI is super, super annoying. If you're able to play with another player and do the survival trophies and stuff with another player, again, it does make it a lot easier because when the AI is focusing on them, they can just like fly in a straight line and you can try to help to take them out. So it makes it a little bit easier. So around 40 hours to get the platinum, 5 out of 10 if you're playing with another person, 7 out of 10 if you're playing by yourself. If you guys did go on to enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. Let me know your thoughts on the game down in the comments below. Down in the description below, you'll find links to all types of stuff, my Twitter, my Twitch, all of my platinums that I've gotten over the how many years. So if you want to go check any of that stuff out, I would greatly appreciate it, along with Trophy Hunters Gaming, which is where I'm uploading all of my guides now. So if you want to go follow me on any of that stuff or subscribe or any of that, I would greatly appreciate it. Again, if you did go on to enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this, and I hope to see you all around sometime soon.